Okay, guys, the spark that ignited the war. This is the image of the assassination of Archduke Franz Ferdinand. I'm not going to go into super detail here because I'm going to run out of time, but this man right here, Archduke Franz Ferdinand, this is his wife. This is Gavrilo Princip. He is a member of what is called the Black Hand Society, which is committed to ridding Serbia of Austrian influence. Okay, Serbia was under rule from the Austro-Hungarian Empire. He shot Franz Ferdinand. Franz Ferdinand was next in line to be the Emperor of Austria-Hungary. It was nothing personal against him, even though most people didn't like him. It was simply to start a war. The Black Hand Society wanted to start a war to try and gain their freedom from Austria-Hungary. In order to do that, they shot him. He was killed, and Austria-Hungary issued an ultimatum. They said, do all these things or it's going to be war. And Serbia was like, we can't do all those things. That's crazy. And they said, okay, well, we'll go to war. Now, remember, all of Serbia's friends right here. Serbia has friends in Russia. They are friends with France and Britain. Okay, so Serbia knows they got some big guns backing them up. Okay, these guys over here are backing up the Austro-Hungarian Empire. This is where these entangling alliances come in, right? So Serbia is having this issue. They don't want to be ruled by Austria-Hungary anymore. So they kill their next in line to be the emperor. Austria-Hungary issues the ultimatum, and Austria-Hungary has to declare war. That means Germany declares war. That means Italy declares war, because that is what their alliances entail. In return, Russia mobilized troops before declaring war. Germany issues an ultimatum to Russia saying stand down or it's war. Russia does not stand down. Germany declares war on Russia. Russia declares war back and declares war on Italy and Austria-Hungary. France and Great Britain get thrown in, even though they have nothing to do with this, right? This is between Serbia and Austria-Hungary. Got to remember that, okay? These guys have nothing to do with this. Italy and Germany had nothing to do with this. France and Britain had nothing to do with this. But because of this alliance system, everybody is thrown into the mix. All right, now let's go back to our original slide. Right here, we see on this political cartoon, you can tell that this guy right here is a Prussian, like I said before, because he's got that pointy helmet on. This guy right here, this is the German emperor. That's the English emperor. They're often depicted, or not emperor, let me explain, prime minister. They are often depicted with the top hat. This looks like it could be a Russian to me. No, that's the Russian right there. That might be a French guy or an Italian, okay? And what they're doing is they're sitting on this black cauldron of the Balkan troubles, okay? All these people, the only people that have anything to do with the Balkans are the Austrian Hungarians. They're not even depicted, right? These people are trying to keep a lid on this issue right here, the troubles in the Balkans, and they are obviously going to fail. And this is going to explode. They call it a powder keg. And it's going to explode into a war that involves everybody. Now, when we talk about a world war, I would say, and I bet you would find many other historians that would agree, that World War I is actually the truly global war. All of these empires and all of their imperialism and all their colonies all around the world also get thrown into this war. Okay, so for example, we look at this map. Great Britain is thrown into this war. They are going to drag all these pink countries, what are now countries, but all these pink territories into this war as well. Same goes with France. If they had their territories shown on here, some areas of Africa, some areas in Asia would also be thrown into this war. Same goes with Germany, areas in Africa thrown into this war. So, World War I becomes a huge global phenomenon. More so than World War II, I would tell you. And we'll talk about it in World War II. World War II becomes more of a mainly European war.